Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and I'm wearing long pants and boots in Florida. That can only mean one thing. It means I'm about to kickstart a Mako 490. Well, almost. How about an Italian interpretation of it? This is an SWM 440 twin shock. Look at that thing. You ever see a dirt bike with a center stand? It's 3.5 feet tall. Literally 3.5 feet tall. We're loading up for the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Festival. If you recall my swap meet videos from last year, that's like one of the biggest shows, if not the biggest motorcycle swap meet in the US, at least on the eastern seaboard. I think it's bigger than Mid-Ohio. And by the way, I'll be obviously videotaping there, and I'm gonna try to post a new video each night that I'm there. So look for it Thursday night after setup day. I'll be in the motel frantically editing to try to bring you something while it's still current. That way, if you can hop in your van or your truck and get there, you'll be able to see it. So like or subscribe, follow, whatever, and we'll go from there. So this is a bike I plan to take, but I've never heard it run. So I think it's ready to run, and if it lights up, we'll get to take it there. I think it's an 81 or 82. It says RS440 GS. And if that's the date, it's 81. I understand those are, I think they're 37 millimeter Marzukis, a 440 Rotax 2-stroke engine, an aluminum swing arm, a Franconi, that's the stock pipe. I think we got a Mikuni going on there, or is it a Bing? No, it's a Bing. So SWM, it either stands for Speedy Working Motors or Speedy Works Motors. I'm not sure which now. I've heard it spoken both ways. But they started in the 70s with competitors like Fantic and Motobeta making trials bikes and also motocross bikes with Sachs engines. But in the late 70s, they switched to Rotax engines. And I think by the late 80s, they went bankrupt. But they rebirthed. They rebirthed not long ago from the remnants of the Cagiva Husqvarna factory, the Italian Husqvarna factory, which I think the new company acquired from KTM. And they make Italian enduro and dual sport bikes again, brought in by CPD, Central Power Sports Distributors. And I got that bike hoping that I might score a franchise. I'm probably one of the only dealers that can tie the modern iteration of these companies back to their original legacy, be it Riahu or SWM or Sherco through Bultaco. I've got a lot of their original bikes here. And then most of Italy shut down for COVID. So the bikes became hard to get. If any of you have one of these, I'm curious as to where you got it, what kind of problems you had. Let us know in the comments, and maybe we can build a small community. So there's only one petcock. Doesn't seem to have a reserve. Has a choke and a tickler. There it's getting fuel and no leaks. Now we're gonna go up to the top and we're gonna do a Jim Hacksaw Dugan, jump down on the Kickstarter and light it up and ride off. Actually, no. I'm not sure how to do this. I'm sure you don't start it on the center stand, so we'll take it off. And yeah, this ought to work. Whoa! Maybe you need the center stand, the suspension goes. It only gives me like a quarter kick. I think I'm gonna put it on the center stand. I'm fighting the suspension. That is weird. Tickle it some more. That's not much of a kick. Try opening it. Have a death wish. I don't have a death wish. Man, that thing's big. Needs a kill button. Anyway, I guess that's a success.